So I was coaching my son's Little League baseball team this year, and we really struggled. It was a tough year. And the last game of the season, we were sitting here in this dugout, and I was talking to the kids a little bit about the year and how much I had enjoyed it with them. And one of the guardians of one of the kids, she had a camera, and she was videotaping me. And she said in front of all of them, just out of the blue, she said, "Do you have any words of advice or any words of wisdom for these boys?" And I was just like, not at the moment. I know me, right? A loss for words. Well, anyways, a couple of days later, I got an email from the same woman. And the email kind of went like this. Yes, Pastor Pullins, I've been very disappointed with the year, and she pretty much told me, I sucked as a coach, and that if I was going to do things unto the Lord, that I should really do them. Man, I was so mad. And so I started typing back this letter and started talking about telling her how I was a volunteer and I was giving up my time and I wasn't getting paid to be here, and all of it was for the kids. And I had this this laundry list of all the ways in which it was all about me, 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 and me. The amazing Amanda came into where the computer is in the study at the house, and she looked at it and she was like, "Chad, you can't send that." But I was so offended that she would basically tell me I sucked as a coach when I was volunteering my time. But it occurred to me a little bit after that, why was I so defensive? It's almost as if me volunteering my time was really rooted in myself. It was really about me. It's interesting the way that our language is very powerful, right? I mean, when we use the word volunteer, it seems like that's a word that always points to I'm giving something away. I'm giving my time. It's really rooted in ourselves. It's almost as if the word volunteer is a deception where it really looks like we're giving. But the reality is maybe it's still all about us. I mean, sin can be very deceitful like that, isn't it? Jesus, there's the story of Jesus in the book of John. And in John chapter 13, verse 15, Jesus is washing the disciples' feet. And as he's washing their feet, their dirty, crusty feet, he says to them, "If I am your master and you are my servant, shouldn't you do what I'm doing? Now you go and serve one another." I mean, Jesus basically says, look, I have come here to serve. I haven't come here to be served. Your master, your king has come here to serve. Now you're supposed to go and serve. You're to be a servant. That's what we're called to be. We're not called to be volunteers. We're called to be servants, right? We've been invited by the living God to be his servant. We have the privilege to serve Jesus. And so however we spend our time in serving, whether that's on the Little League field, whether that's at church, whether that's in the PTA, wherever it may be in our life, we're not volunteering. It's not about us. We're serving, and it's a privilege to serve because we serve our master. So I hear this kind of divine chuckle in the back of my head saying, "Chad, the only reason you got mad at that lady for the email is because you really viewed it as volunteering. You really didn't see that you coaching that Little League team this spring was about serving me. And maybe, just maybe, if you'd have looked at it through my eyes, that you were there to be my hands and feet, that you were there to serve me by serving those kids, maybe you would have looked at it a little bit differently." That stings. Man, that stings. But the reality is, however we serve, we're serving the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So as you go about your life this week, and maybe you've got some ways in which you're giving your time, I want you to know today that you are not a volunteer. That it is not about you. But you are a servant of Jesus Christ. You are a servant of the Most High God. So may you go this week And in all of your ways, may you seize the opportunities to be a servant of Jesus Christ. May you seize all of those opportunities that you may serve your Master. May you realize this week the privilege and the joy it is to be a servant of Jesus Christ, to be a part of loving this world to heaven. I can't wait to see you this week at Crossroads. Take care. Peace.